Think positive.
Welcome back to the Ghoul Ambrose podcast, GA for short. I'm your host, Prince. This is a space for inner work, self-discovery, self-improvement, mindset, accountability, integrity, reflection, and personal development. This podcast is built for growth, for honesty, and for becoming a better version of yourself one day at a time. New episodes drop every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today's episode is called Just Be Present. And the more I sit with it, the more I notice how rare it actually is. Presence isn't common. Most moments, attention drifts. Thoughts move backwards towards the things that already happened, or attention moves forward toward the things that haven't arrived yet. And while the mind travels, the moment happening right now passes quietly. It happens without effort. One thoughts turn into another. One memory pulls up another memory. One worry opens the door to more worries. No noise, no signal, just absence. The body stays in place. But awareness leaves, and that absence feels normal because it happens so often. Presence asks for something simple but not easy. It asks for attention, not forced attention, not strained focus, just gentle awareness. Awareness of breathing, awareness of tension, awareness of emotion, not to judge any of it, not to fix any of it, just to notice. That noticing alone changes everything, because once something is seen, it can no longer control from the background. Distraction keeps things hidden. Noise keeps the mind busy, so deeper thoughts stay buried. Constant movement prevents reflection. Presence removes the cover, and when the cover lifts, truth shows up. That truth might be exhaustion. It might be frustration. It might be clarity. Whatever it is, it deserves attention. Avoidance feels safer in the moment. Staying busy feels productive. Staying distracted feels easier. But presence requires stillness, and stillness reveals reality. Reality isn't always comfortable, but comfort doesn't create growth. Awareness does. Growth doesn't announce itself. It happens quietly, in pauses, in restraint, in moments where reaction is delayed. Every time attention steps in before emotion takes over, a new pattern begins. Presence creates space, space between feeling and action, space between thought and response. That space is where choice lives. Without space, patterns repeat. With space, patterns change. That is the power of being present. Not control, not perfection, choice. Life doesn't slow down on its own. Momentum keeps building. Presence is how momentum gets redirected. There's a difference between moving fast and moving with clarity. Presence creates clarity. Pressure disappears in the present moment. Pressure lives in the future. Regret lives in the past. The present holds neither. Attention returns to now, and the nervous system follows. Breathing steadies. Thoughts soften, not because life changes, but because awareness does. Calm isn't forced here, it arrives naturally. Strength looks different in stillness. Strength isn't always action. Sometimes strength is restraint. Restraint from reacting, restraint from rushing, restraint from escaping. Presence teaches patience without demanding it. This moment doesn't need improvement, it needs attention. Nothing needs to be added right now. Nothing needs to be removed. Just noticed. Every moment offers this choice: drift or return. Returning doesn't require effort. It requires intention. A single breath brings attention back. A single pause resets the direction. The present moment is always available. No preparation needed. And that's the reminder today. Not to rush forward, not to dwell behind. Just to arrive. Arrive in the breath. Arrive in the body. Arrive in awareness. Because everything meaningful starts here and ends here. Just be present. So today, the reminder is simple. You don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to have everything figured out. Just be here. This moment is where clarity begins. This moment is where growth lives. And right there, this pause. This is actually what I've been talking about the whole time. Being present doesn't mean everything is quiet. It doesn't mean your mind suddenly stops. It means you notice where you are while you're there. And the more I sit with this, the more I realize how rare that actually is. Most of the time, we're not fully here. We're replaying something that already happened or leaning forward into something that hasn't even arrived yet. Without even realizing it, we miss the only moment we actually have. This moment. You could be driving somewhere and already thinking about where you're going. You could be with people you care about, but mentally somewhere else. Even right now, you might be listening to this while your mind is jumping ahead to the next thing. And that's not failure, that's being human. Because being present isn't about doing perfectly, it's about catching yourself and gently coming back. No pressure, no judgment, just awareness. And what I've learned is growth doesn't happen in the future version of you. It happens in moments like this, when you slow down enough to notice yourself, how you're reacting, how you're feeling, what you're avoiding, what you're holding on to. So I want you to sit with this for a second. When was the last time you were fully where you were without rushing to the next moment? Being present doesn't mean life suddenly gets easier, but it does mean you stop skipping over your own experience. When you stop skipping, you start understanding. And maybe that's enough for today. Not answers, not solution, just awareness and being here right now. I hope you found something worth taking with you today. Maybe a new perspective, maybe a moment to pause and reflect. Thank you for being here and sharing this space with me. Your presence matters. If this resonated with you, share it with someone you care about because growth spreads through connection. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself, stay grounded, and as always, be safe.